Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Harpoon lifestyle video. I hope everyone had a great week. I'd like to start by saying thank you for adapting to all the new protocols. We're all still trying to learn together and figure out, what the best mask is to wear during workouts. Thank you for taking it one step at a time with us. And just remember that as coaches, we're still learning and adjusting too. Also, real quick, just to mention it, recently the York Land Trust reached out to Harpoon to see if any of you super strong, helpful people wanted to help this Sunday to move some heavy bridges that they have for some new trails on Bartlett Road at the Fuller Forest Preserve. So if you can, let Maddie know and she will give you all the details you need to go help out on Sunday. On Monday, Maddie sent us an email talking about extreme ownership. So one piece of Maddie's email that really kind of stuck out to me and really sums it up well was simply, and maybe better said, my effort makes a difference. The concept leans into ownership in that you should only be concerned with things within your control, not the likes of others. Focus on you. You can control you and your effort, no one else. So basically, at the end of the day, we're all human and we all want to get through each day lately, especially just being healthy and happy. Harpoon functions off every single one of us putting our best foot forward each time you literally step into the gym. This also means having and assuming the best intentions of all your fellow Harpooners. And I'll leave it at that. All right, now to talk about Connor's nutrition post. Tuesday, Connor wrote about carbohydrates. He dove into the types of carbs, simple and complex carbs, and how different chemical structures of carbs and things we eat actually changes the way that our body absorbs and digests them. We learned from Connor's post how added sugar is super different from natural sugars. Added sugars, are seen in a lot of processed, typically more unhealthy foods, which is what we kind of want to try to avoid. So trying to stick to those natural sugars, like the sugars in fruits, for example, rather than packaged sugary snacks is just a much better option and something we can think about a little bit more in our nutrition. Next up is my brain science post for today. Moving on to the next mental skill, which started last week with the locus of control. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about that. Now we're going to talk about goal setting. So you've probably heard of a bunch of different techniques for how to set goals. I personally believe in just doing what feels right and what makes you feel accomplished and most comfortable at the end of the day. I think when it comes to talking about goal setting, we need to stop focusing on just that action plan, if that makes sense, and focus more on how we feel internally on like a chemical and hormonal level. And I know that's weird to think about, but if our hormones are all out of whack, specifically, what you call the happy hormones, which I listed in my brain science post and go into detail on, then you won't be able to bring your full self to the things that you set out to do. So, coming across obstacles and having anxiety and, lack of motivation are all things that we have internally. And until we, address those and fix those internally, we're not going to be able to move on and be successful and set future goals and all that. So, goal setting is, in my definition, more so being able to set yourself off on a good path and, then go from there with specific action plans. So you also have to realize that when it comes to setting goals, you have to pace yourself. Kind of like if you overcommit in the first 10 minutes of a workout, you're not going to be able to maintain the pace that you had in that next 20 minutes. Goal setting is kind of the same thing. So if you set an unrealistic goal and try to accomplish it in an unrealistic time frame, you'll probably lose sight of it. So just kind of take a step back, get to know yourself and your mind and start from the inside out. Moving on to our weekly space for reflection. Did you set a goal for last week? Did you tell anyone? How did it go? Just kind of take a minute to think about it right now, because this is just your reminder for that. So this is perfect after just talking about goal setting. So now let's try to move forward into next week by kind of going a little bit deeper and getting to know your daily self. So what does this look like? Taking notice of the things that you do on the day-to-day that make you feel happy, sad, anxious, motivated, unmotivated, anything that kind of either puts you in that super negative or super positive spot. We can learn to, kind of fine tune and control our feelings first if we can recognize them. So this week I want your goal, for example, to be like, when I feel anxious, I'll take a 10-minute walk outside. So technically that's just something that inhibits you accomplishing a goal, you will do something that makes you happy or feel good. Awesome. So my recommendation this week, a book called Boundless. It's technically called Boundless, Upgrade Your Brain, Optimize Your Body, and Defy Aging. It's by author Ben Greenfield. It's super interesting. It's kind of like a guide to finding daily balances in life and understanding oneself to promote longevity in both physical and mental aspects of your life. So as this third Harpoon Lifestyle video comes to an end, I hope you guys are enjoying these. I've loved the feedback that I've gotten so far. I appreciate you watching. I'm just trying to make your experience at Harpoon even better and kind of close every week in a mindful way. As always, reach out if you'd like to talk or have questions about anything regarding my posts or recommendations. I'll leave you with one thing to do this weekend, which is perfect because, like I said at the start of this video, the York Land Trust needs some people to help out on Sunday. So again, reach out to Maddie if you can help. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. Do something fun. Be grateful. Spend time with family. And I'll see you guys next week.